2013. Paraphrase goals 2014. Okay. So, I went into 2013 super excited. I think most of my excitement was because, and this may not really make sense to anybody, but like, I'm the 23rd person on my line. My birthday's during my centennial year, and I was turning 23. So I pretty much was like going into 2013 with so much like excitement just for like all how magical this year was gonna be. Like 23rd person on the line in my centennial year. Like, yeah. So I pretty much went into 2013 pretty excited. I brought stuff from 2012 and 2013 as it relates to relationships because I had been broke up with my ex, but like, you know, that whole thing, like, where the guy break up with you, but you don't be broke up with him. I had brought all that in 2013. Yeah, so all that. But I mean, yeah, so all that. I still hadn't felt like I had really accomplished anything, if you can say that, in a sense of like my spiritual growth. I felt like I was still kind of stagnant. I really wasn't making any real strides, and I still brought into 2012 the fact that I needed to leave Statesboro, and I really had to go. I had to get out of there. And so really kind of a whole slew of things have happened. So I went from being emotionally dependent on a person and worried about how that person is impacting me. I went from being complacent or content in a place that was not, that I had in essence outgrown. So that happened, and then I went from wanting to grow spiritually to still being in the same place, even though I had my eyes were really open to a lot of different things just through Bible studies with my roommates, just talking to different people about my spiritual growth, praying, and just really feeling like I was going through a lot in my life, and having to lean on God and really talk to God about what was going on. So I feel like a lot from 2012 trickled over into 2013, and it really came to a head, and I had to really start dealing with some of these things. And so 2013, while it was this amazing year of all my 23, it was the year of 23, I was still dealing with a lot of things and still really not focusing on 23. And so after having moved up here, and I guess that's really my summary of 2013, just still dealing with the same mess. And so after having moving up here, I can truly say that things really took off. Like, as far as having that emotional freedom, like stepping outside of a relationship that wasn't a relationship, like actually leaning on God for a lot of, like, even being able to move up here, like, there's no one else to trust in. Like, yeah, my mom helped, yeah, I have friends to help, like, I have my godparents to help, but really, like, there are a lot of different things that nobody really could help with. Like, I only had God to lean on. I, stepped outside of my comfort zone for a lot of different things. I began to dare greatly. And so moving into 2014 and having actually said, before even the new year came, so I didn't even have a New Year's resolution. Well, I do, but before the new year came, like, being able to take these strides to become a better person, become a better woman, become that woman that God wants me to be for the purpose that He has called me to. I began that even before the new year began. And so this is really that change, that, like, grabbing hold of that really has turned or has come into fruition in this new year. Like, it's like gaining momentum, like, excuse me. It's really gaining momentum. Like, I feel free. Like, I came into 2014 feeling free. Like, I went and the pastor preached a message on New Year's, and he talked about the story, the message was, it's going to it's going to end better than it began. And I really felt like he really peeled open my life and poured into me specifically, because there are a lot of things that I know that God has been telling me to act on and to take charge of, and I begin to do that. And so even like taking charge of my health, taking charge of my finances, taking charge of what it is that I actually want to do within my life, and not kind of just going with the flow and going where things kind of seem right or seem like, okay, this will work. And so that's what 2014 has really become about for me, or has become for me, is being able to walk in this path that God is laying out for me. I don't for a second think that it's going to be easy. New levels, new devils. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldier. I'm sure everybody's seen that before. And so I'm really excited about it. I'm not nervous. There's a peace. I'm excited about jumping into my semester. I'm gonna have 5 classes. I tell people that, and they're like, "You getting your master's? You got 5 classes? You gonna die?" But I'm really excited about it. I mean, I've already received emails I actually received emails at the end of last semester, before finals were done, from teachers for this semester about the work that I have to do, what I have to read, and the question I have to answer. But even though it's really scary and it's really like ominous, I'm not afraid. There's a peace. I want to continue my weight loss journey. I want to continue not becoming what society has put for this, like a woman should look like, but just being happy with my body, being happy with who I am, and all the growth that I've gone through, like emotionally and spiritually, and as a person, as my personality is beginning to shed some of this hate and this anger that I've begun to harbor over the years. I want my outside to match. I want to be healthy, and I want to radiate that energy and that vibe inside out. Like I don't just want to be, this person that is an awesome person, but I can't carry that in my physical being. And I'm not saying that it's all about the physical, but this is just for me. Like I want to, be a whole person, if that makes sense. So making my outside match my inside, and my inside match my outside. That's really what I'm looking at for 2014. And continuing to challenge myself in the growth that I've done, and challenging myself to still keep pushing further. Like, keep pushing. Like, keep challenging the emotions and the feelings that I feel. Keep challenging those negative thoughts. Keep continuing to broaden my perspective and make sure that everything is aligning with what is it that God is trying to call me into. What is it that God is trying to build me up for, and really walking in that. And also enjoying getting to know and love Shakita, like really. And the biggest thing that I've really been focusing on is pouring into and loving the people that love Shakita as well. So loving Shakita, but also loving those people that love Shakita, because without them, I would have failed. And so really doing that, building relationships. And then I guess my New Year's resolution would be really learning to manage my finances. That's always something I've struggled with, and I just don't want to struggle anymore. And I feel like I've taken control of every other area of my life, and I've become proactive, and I've grown in that. And that's what I want to do with my finances as well. And so that's what I want to do. So, turn up. Yeah. I mean, about to make some things move and shake. And I'm excited. I feel free. I'm excited and I'm happy. And so, yeah, let's see what happens.